They clearly need a point guard. Everybody knows it, and Kawhi Leonard privately has clamored for one. It's not that he wants them to get rid of Patrick Beverley, but Patrick Beverley is basically a defensive ace who's small and has to play opposing
and can shoot.
And play opposing guard. So they need a point guard that can run a team and can shoot. Patrick Beverley is that defensive energizer bunny that comes off the bench and do it for you. Kawhi Leonard is clamoring for that, but it's important to point this out. Max Kellerman, you can have the greatest point guard in the world. If Paul George is alone in the right corner and hits the side of the backboard while the Denver Nuggets are making one run after another and an onslaught and avalanches coming their way, and you follow it up with brick after brick after brick, there's nothing a point guard to do that.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Now, here's the other part. Hold on, Max. Here's the other part about Kawhi Leonard that I want to give to you. I'm going to hold Kawhi Leonard more accountable than you. And it's not just because of Game 7. It's because since you are the face of the franchise and the leader of the franchise, right, it's not enough for you to do your job. See, when we talk about the greatness of LeBron James, this is where LeBron James has a totally bona fide, he's totally justified in having an attitude with the world that doesn't appreciate this about him. As great as he is, Max points this out, he does all he can to peel out the greatness from others. Kawhi, there's two words that have been used about him, indifferent and selfish. They say the selfishness breeds from the indifference. The fact that you don't seem to prioritize galvanizing the folks around you means that essentially you're more concerned about you than anything else.
Let me just say.
And he can't do that.
Have that
Go ahead, Max. He can't do that, and that's what I want to tell you.
Let me just say, I appreciate that. And the real difference is LeBron has been the chosen one since he was identified as a basketball genius as a child, right?
Yeah.
Kawhi is board man gets paid. Let me grab these rebounds so I can make the league. They entered the league with in very different ways. Much less was expected of Kawhi. Mm-hmm. Charlie's right. He's never going to have a personality transformation. He is who he is. But maybe it does need to be impressed upon Kawhi, maybe by Tyronn Lue. And by the way, Kawhi's become a much better passer, but it's not even about the fact that LeBron's more of a point guard than Kawhi. Maybe it needs to be impressed upon Kawhi that what needs to be higher for him in his list of priorities is bringing a team together in any way he can.
I would say this to you, though. We have seen people throughout history have personality transplants at work. Personally, on a personal level, you are who you are. But when you show up to work for those couple of hours, you can have an infusion of something if you're convinced it works.
It's very true. Stephen A. is very shy in his personal life.
Right,
he almost never talks to anyone. He's very withdrawn. But once the camera goes on, he's a whole new guy.
That's right. Now, that's absolutely a lie, and I know it, and we're both joking about it. But shockingly, I can be quiet sometimes. But you certainly wouldn't know that
when you're
on the airwaves. Oh, trust me. How am I going to have energy on camera if I got all of this energy off camera? I know when to shut the hell up and chill out and be mellow.
A natural-born leader in his sleep.
That's right. But you got it. You get in seriousness and all seriousness. You got to be able. You can't. If you got your money, if you got the bag, and you got the chips, and you got the resume. You got to care enough to sit up there and peel something out of other people. Yeah. And Kawhi has to do that.
Rondo would fix that.
All right, yeah. Well, we'll see if Tyronn Lue can fix that.
Clippers believe he would.
All right, well,
Clippers believe he would.
Tyronn Lue's resume speaks for himself. One of three coaches in
Rondo
NBA
and AD, I ain't leaving LA. I ain't leaving
the NBA Finals.
I'm not leaving
the Lakers. First 3 seasons as head coach, guys.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming, sports, and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.